Stand by.
3, 2, 1.
Alright,
You're up.
let's do this. Rolling in. Q and Nissa.
East Texas firefighters say there is one thing above all others keeping them busy as they respond to fire after fire.
And with so many burn
Only she would give a good mic check.
Oh, why didn't she say you?
Looking for other ways to dispose of their
Stand by, Daniel.
trash, and yeah, not all of them are legal.
Q Daniel.
And we're tracking some big changes in your
Oh, you forgot the
forecast
punch.
that really help out with these drought conditions
You.
across East Texas.
Alright, we'll have an open
More on
2
your
shot on
forecast.
1.
It's KLTV 7 News at 6.
There was you in the first headline.
Get it? One's under. Out on 1. Remote split to Daniel. Start your move. Q.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. Evidence that we will likely get some relief from the drought conditions and heightened fire danger were in the skies over East Texas today.
Michael
Let's
Mall.
get right over to meteorologist Daniel Graves in the Storm Tracker 7 Weather Center. Daniel, would you please explain the significance of the clouds?
Well, and and Joe, what that really means is there's a lot more moisture moving into East Texas. That's what clouds are. Moisture. We haven't had it over the past several days. But as we take a look at the current dew points right
Grabs
now,
are up.
we're in the
We'll come back
30s
to the
over
pod.
past
Remote
several
split.
days.
Back to the
Now
2
back
shot
up
on
to
1.
the 50s and 60s.
Then
Some
2
more
full
humid
Joe.
It would help
conditions
if
kinda
I
moved into East
advance
Texas, and
my
saw
thingy
that
here.
with the
Here we
cloud
go.
cover that's been moving in today. This area of high pressure is reinforcing the southeasterly winds that we continue to see. That's pumping in that moisture, this rich tropical moisture, where the water temperatures are a lot warmer.
Is the water blood?
It's just
mermaider. Warm humid air continuing to filter in. And that warm air rises and creates the clouds that you've been seeing over the past several hours. And there's a lot of moisture ahead of a cold front there situated over New Mexico up towards Colorado as well. All of that is going to meet up with this tropical moisture, and that's going to create some instability. And that's where we're going to start to see our rain chances increasing as that cold front gets closer towards the area. Friday and Saturday is when our best chances for rain are likely. But we could see anywhere
Stand by on
from
Cam.
1 to 6
Alright,
inches
that's a
of rain
rapidy.
all across the area. Now,
Rap. Stand by remote
all
split.
that in your forecast
Stand by.
coming up in just a bit.
And taking him.
Thanks, Daniel.
And they're
the
full.
state firefighters across East Texas have been
2
busy
full
is
Joe
an
will be next.
understatement. And the problem is, they tell us,
Stand by turn.
people continuing to burn in counties that have bird bans.
And turn.
Yeah, and if you are burning
Well, I live in
illegally,
America. I should be able to burn when I want to burn stuff.
I'm sorry. I live
Packaging
in
C
America.
next.
handing out citations. KLTV.
I thought it's America. It's America.
Jackson Heights Fire Department.
Bet
I didn't hear no bell.
Unnecessary burn ban violations take a
Bet
toll
Ready to see?
on their fire departments, but those around them.
Sound of C. Come on.
In the midst of a burn
Alright, this runs
ban,
131.
days
Standing
like
out.
You wanna
Paul.
go?
2 full Joe. Then OS push on 1.
I didn't hear no bell.
He's like, you want to go?
No telling until it comes in, as you can hear the tones go off constantly. And
That darn
you
thought.
never know what it's going to be.
Always
I'll
alert
tell you what.
and always listening to fight the fires that do start. Matt Spence says in the last couple of weeks, all of the fires that have come in could have been avoided.
1 minute out.
Hey, this kid looks 12.
Yeah, but to say, do you see dead people too?
Burn piles, just everything like that, and it's all preventable. Just, if we tell you under a burn ban and don't burn, please don't burn.
It wasn't long before Matt's point was
But people do
illustrated.
it because they think it's not going to be my. If
Yeah,
it,
it ain't my. It ain't gonna happen to me.
it's not, the whole idea of it getting out of control and causing problems. That's not going to happen to me. That's not going to happen to me.
Thankfully,
I'm the special. I'm the one that it won't happen to.
30 seconds.
Can get out of hand with so much vegetation nearby. Matt says
And then there's that dickhead kid with the magnifying glass who just keeps setting fans on fire.
Other departments away from where they need to be.
Now, granted, if we need them, we call them, and they can help us.
And I said,
15.
Dad,
I mean, they love coming and helping
fire
us,
hot.
But at the same time, you're pulling away from other
10.
districts.
And with potential rain coming soon, they say it's going to take several days worth
5.
to fix these dry conditions.
Stand by Joe.
Paul Rivera.
And that's the other
KLTV,
problem.
7 News.
Q Joe. He's up.
Any law enforcement
Oh, let's
officer
push
can
next.
issue a
People think that
citation
even if we
for
just
burn
get a
ban
tiny bit of
violations
rain,
Class
somehow
C
that means,
misdemeanor
oh, it's okay to
carries
burn now. We had some rain.
fine up to
Right,
$500.
that's stupid.
Officials tell us those who continue to burn after the first citation
Stand by.
could face jail
Michael move. Start to move.
With burn bans in place all across
Tongue
East
tied.
Texas, the number of
Packaging
illegal
D next.
dumping sites seems to be growing in Smith County.
Nice.
Smith County officials say since residents cannot burn, trash and other household items are piling up in places where they shouldn't. KLTV 7's Francesca Washington shows us where and explains the consequences.
Sound of D. Come on.
But if your idea was to,
This runs 132. Standing out freeing.
if your idea was to burn a recliner anyway,
Yeah.
You don't.
that's the whole thing. It's like People are dumping their trash because they can't burn it. It's like, so their whole idea was to go ahead and burn an entire couch.
Burning is no longer an option.
Because when people can't burn their trash,
It lives, it dies, it lives again, Roddy.
It lives, it dies, it lives again.
they don't want to pay for trash pickup.
Reupholster me!
1 minute out.
Commissioner
1.
Joanne Hampton says residents in more rural areas
Hey, girl at 56.
depend on
I am
burning.
plushy and suave.
What we say is sanitation workers that come out of their house every day to pick up their garbage and so forth, so they have a tendency to
Every
burn.
day.
Well, if they can't burn it, people have a tendency to just leave it on our highways and dump it on back roads.
Is that Rick
According
James'
to Pitt
sister?
County Interim Fire Marshal
She was one of the
Mike
Mary
Waller,
Jane girls.
the ban is a
In
must
our
because
house.
there is little moisture
In the
ground.
middle of the street.
No, it was, Our House was a song
30
by the Mary
seconds,
Jane
30.
Girls, which was a group started and funded by Rick James. It's like his backup singer.
And it sets several grass fires along the roadway.
Hampton says the excess waste does cost the county.
We have to have people that have
15.
to actually go out from our road and bridge department, or whether it's our inmates or whoever, to put that trash.
Seriously, am I the only person who's ever heard Our House or Our House by Mary Jane Girls?
You probably will.
Oh,
No, I've
God.
heard it before.
Oh,
Stand by.
God.
Thank you, Anissa.
Officials tell us
What is
Wipe the
wrong
video
with
on
me?
A next with Anissa.
you will get a citation. Those fines are determined on a case-by-case basis.
Wiping it.
Nearly 70 homes have been destroyed
Going
by
to
a
side
Central
and B,
Texas
doing a
wildfire
1
that
for
burned for a week
tag.
and forced the extended closure of a state park. The fire in Bastrop County is now 80% contained after burning more than 7 square miles.
Helicopter, that sound, yay!
Jeez.
77
That's maxed out, max sound too.
That's alright.
The good news
As long as
is
I can
the
hear it.
Bastrop County judge says evacuated residents can re-enter
Ready, B?
their homes to take a look at the damage.
It's on a B, come on.
He's like, as you can see,
15
my hat.
seconds, assess their situation. Is out Q, 1 full.
He's like, my
10
hat
seconds
is
out.
pretty impressive. And I wore it specifically for this
5.
press conference.
Stand by. And Q Anissa.
More good news, the power has
2
been
Joe
restored
next.
throughout that area. The Bishner State Park
Stand
will
by, Joe.
stay closed through Friday.
He's up.
An East Texas coach
Lex
has
through
resigned
graphic will
while
be
the
next.
school district investigates allegations of improper communication with the
Ho,
students.
ho, ho.
Graphic is up.
Alpha ISD
Come back
Superintendent
full on
Randy
Joe.
Perry, coach
Next
and
story.
6th grade social studies teacher Paul Cook stepped down.
There's
from
a
his
sad
position
reason
at
he's
Mount Olive
smiling.
School Monday. The superintendent says there are allegations he was involved in improper communications with a high school student. Perry says as the district
Stand by on
investigates the
cam.
incident, they have no further comment.
He's up.
Lee Harvey
Video LC
Oswald's
next.
wedding ring is now on display in the Dallas Museum that tells the story of President John F. Kennedy's assassination.
Rolling Z.
Oswald's ring was left on
Come
the
back to a
dresser
box shot
the morning
on
of
Nissa.
November 22nd, 1963.
It's a reader.
Today it went on display at the 6th floor museum at Dealey Plaza in Dallas. After being turned over to the Secret Service,
Made in
ring
the
spent
USSR.
decades in a lawyer's files before being returned to Oswald's widow. She sold it in 2013 to an anonymous buyer for $108,000. Museum officials say they got the ring around the time of the auction, but
Stand by,
declined to
Nissa.
specify how they acquired it.
She's up. Box.
Early voting
They
for
knew
the
a guy.
November 3rd
They
election.
killed
Hey, they knew a guy, yeah.
This is a reader. We'll
So if
turn
you wish
to
cast your
for the
ballot
T's.
early, remember, you must
Had
have
O.J.
a
Simpson
photo
break into that
ID.
hotel room.
That could be a driver's license, a Texas personal identification card, a concealed handgun license, a military ID, or
Take
a
weather
US
graphics or
passport.
WeatherNet.
Another valid ID is an
Net.
election identification
thanks.
certificate, which is issued free by the Texas
Both
Department
mics.
of Public Safety.
Turn. Music.
There are things we can do to help take the pressure off of firefighters during this time of heightened danger.
But not everything is in our control.
Roll.
For example, we'll take a
It's
on,
in
David,
God's
next.
hands now.
We just can't do anything about
Stand by.
it. It can lead to more wildfires and forest fires.
Mike Daniel. He's up.
And get out that umbrella. We're tracking a pretty significant rainmaker as we head into next weekend. When it arrives and how much rainfall you could potentially see coming up after the break. But first, our Grant and Flannery
Brand is
weather
up.
site out in Pittsburgh, a high of 82 degrees. More moisture is on the way.
Stand by, break.
Forecast right after this.
Master fade. Master fade.